Yo, what's up guys? It's me, Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Passive Income, the people's mentor, guys you need to succeed. Man, it's the most rainiest Cinco de Mayo I've ever experienced. It's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and just left a meeting, right, for EO. It's a great organization that helps entrepreneurs in their infant stages accelerate into the $1 million mark company, right? So it's pretty cool. If you can check out a local chapter in your area to see if they have it available, right? But it's pretty cool. But they have requirements. One of the requirements is your business must generate at least $250,000 per year annually to get into their accelerated program. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you're like, I would love to get started with business, or you're a startup, you might just be making $100K a year, you can't join. You got to make at least $250, right? And have to prove to show it, right? So why am I bringing that up? So as I go to this networking event to network with people who are in this program, they had somewhat of an informational. Hence the reason why I got this, collar shirt and jacket, because most of you guys are like, man, I normally see you in one of your lifestyle shirts, but had to switch it up, you know what I'm saying, dog? Had to spiffy it up. So I heard the statistics, this one statistic. One person asked a question about very informative, right? The question was, what is the likelihood of an entrepreneur getting to the $1 million mark in their business? Just generally speaking, what's the likelihood of that happening? And the presenter, who happened to be one of my frat brothers, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to stay connected, you know what I'm saying? It's not what you know, but who you know, right? It works. Fraternity lifestyle. Shout out to KSAC, Kappa Alpha Psi till I done, right? So he's actually going to be the upcoming president for 2018, one of my frat brothers, right? So he was the one that was presenting or facilitating the informational. And he said, the likelihood for any entrepreneur to get to $1 million in revenue a year is 4%. 4% of entrepreneurs actually make it to the $1 million mark. Let that sit for a moment. Very small percentage, right? 4% of entrepreneurs. So it's, they might fall a little bit less than that. They might be in the 500K, $500,000 mark, or 750K mark, or 250K mark, or 100,000 mark. All those income levels are great, right? There's nothing wrong with any of that. But very few break that $1 million mark, 4%. But if you join their program, the EO program, the likelihood of an entrepreneur getting to that $1 million mark is 16%, 1/6. So you're 4 times more likely of becoming a millionaire in regard to entrepreneurship if you join their program. But minimum requirement, you got to make at least 250. So you got to at least be doing something, $250,000, right? So that just speaks volumes of the company. And it goes to show as well that not everyone who joins the company will actually make it or graduate to the $1 million mark. So my frat brother, who was actually presenting this information, said that he started off obviously in the accelerated part. He made minimum $250K a year, and he said it took him 3 years to get to that $1 million mark as a result of the organization. And I thought that was just amazing. Amazing. So how does all this stuff relate to you? That's right. So one of the things they teach in this organization is running your business like a business, not like a self-employed person. So many people think about business, they think about it as if they're doing a trade, right? Like, okay, I know how to bake a pie, so I'm gonna bake pies and sell them. All right, so I'm really great at being a technician. according to E-Myth. If you haven't read E-Myth by Michael Gerber, highly recommend it. They're really great at becoming technicians. You know, I can bake a pie, I can create a piece of software, I can buy a piece of real estate. But very seldom do they actually take strides into running it like a viable business, where you have systems, departments, peoples, processes in place to ensure that your business is running effectively, efficiently, so that you don't get burnt out. Because if you're doing everything from selling pies to mopping the floor to raising up the capital for your real estate investing, to changing the locks when a tenant move out, to showing the property to a potential new tenant, to doing the repairs, you know, you're the one wielding the hammer, eventually you're going to get burnt out if you fail to outsource certain activities as your business grows. So you might be able to effectively manage all these activities by your lonesome, right? When you have a few clients, you know, if you have a few properties, a few units, maybe 4 or 5 or 10 units, right? That's easy. But not when you begin to grow and grow and grow. Not when you have 10 units, 20 units, 30 units, 50 units, or in my case, 63 units. If you continue to do everything yourself, you get burned out, and not only you will suffer from it, not only will your business suffer from it, but your customers will suffer from it. Because they won't want to deal with you no more, because you'll be operating at a subpar efficiency level. Point blank, period. So what the organization does, it helps you run your business like a business. Make sure you have certain things in play. It could be, like in my case, making sure you have the different positions, let's say with 100% finance, having those positions outlined. Having different processes, let's say in regard to property management, because I have a property management company, having the processes documented so that if I hire a property manager, that person knows what to do. They understand the processes. Or being able to delegate to certain tasks and have that person who's supposed to complete that task be held accountable for completing that task. And also letting them exercise ownership to the point where they don't have to be coming to you, hey, what do I do next? Hey, how do, no, you figure it out. I've showed you the A through Z steps. Now it's time for you to start implementing this stuff. Take ownership, right? So that's what the organization does. So that's what I implore all you guys to do. I'm not saying necessarily to join EO if you don't have a business that's generating 250K in revenue and you can prove that revenue. What I am saying to you is you want to associate with people who are doing bigger and better things than you.
Prepare to turn left.
Oh, I forgot I had this GPS. I know where I'm at. My bad, guys. Driving, you know how it is. But I want you guys to find a group or a mentor to help you get to that next level. Why? Because a group and a mentor will not only just provide you with information, right, but also accountability. That's how you improve greatly, is by obtaining new information you didn't know. Like me, oh, I didn't know you're supposed to outline all these documents. Oh, I didn't know you were supposed to document all the process. Oh, I didn't know you were supposed to outsource this activity. Oh, I didn't know you can do that. Then once you know, then it comes to execution, and that's what the accountability group is for, is to make sure you execute on those ideas you just learned. Because how many of us, we go to a networking event, we find a mentor, we go to an accountability group, and then guess what happens? We get blown away by the information. Whoa, this is life-changing. This is definitely going to change the landscape of my business, of my company, of my real estate investing endeavors. And then you lose steam, and you don't implement it. You don't execute. Why? We're human. You don't execute because no one's holding you accountable to execute. No one's following up with you to make sure you did what you were supposed to do. So that's what I'm imploring all you guys to do. If you want to go to that next level, like my friend did at the EO, my frat brother, started off with 250K, in 3 years up to $1 million or more, I suggest you do the same. Associate yourself with people who are great so you too can become greater. I like that. You like that? I hope you do. All right. So if you want to become greater in regard to real estate investing, join our coaching program. Whether it's group coaching, we provide you with the information. okay? But it doesn't come with the accountability for the group coaching. But if you want the one-on-one coaching, then obviously that comes with the education, the information, as well as the accountability aspect. To make sure you are doing what you were just taught, doing what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you'll be watching your money, your time, and your energy go down the drain, right? And what's the point of doing that? Okay? All right, guys, so I appreciate your viewership. Thanks again for watching the videos. Continue to share, like, and subscribe to our website for additional information. And just go out there. And then you might be thinking, well, where do I find local community groups? You can go on Meetup, you can go on Google and do the research. Just don't stop. Sure, you might not be able to find an in-person mentor, because that in-person mentor may be busy, may be preoccupied, or may be non-existent in your market, which is understandable. So therefore, do what you can to find that mentor or group. And if you don't find one locally, you got one right here online. And because people have reservations, they ask me, well, how can you effectively teach me how to do real estate investing in my market if you never lived or invested in my market, like California, let's say LA, for example? I said, it doesn't matter. I worked in New York City and I chose the market of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to live in. To invest in. I don't live there. I currently live in Atlanta. I could potentially invest here in Atlanta, but I still invest in Pittsburgh. But I do understand how to fine-tune your market, the business model of which you should invest with, and then not invest out of state. So if you have properties in your area that are way above your price points, I still can teach you how to invest in other markets. So there's no excuse. It's just, are you ready to go to that next level in life? Or are you still complacent with your current financial status, your current financial situation? It's just up to you. All right? All right, guys, so I'm out. As always, for your success, earn passively, live passionately. Peace. Thanks for watching the video. We appreciate your viewership. By the way, guys, make sure you subscribe to 100percentfinance.com. We have a plethora of tools that can help you succeed financially. We have a report on credit repair, 3 tips on how you can improve your FICO score. We also have a business credit ebook. We have a ton of real estate related documents, from deal analyzers to a mortgage calculator, a whole bunch of resources. You just have to subscribe. And one last thing, don't want to forget, we are offering free live webinars to answer your questions. This is only made available to our website subscribers. So you have to subscribe to 100percentfinance.com to receive the details as to the date, the time, and the call-in information for the webinars to answer your credit repair, business credit, or business funding needs, as well as your real estate related questions. Thank you guys again for watching, and subscribe.